In 2015, I was in the Philippines and I was in a Jollibee. I had gone there for a youth conference, and across from me was Dan. Now, Dan is a Filipino who lived in Manila, and we were having some conversation. We were eating in Jollibee. Jollibee is a very famous fast food restaurant in the Philippines and extremely tasty. Ask any Filipino. So we were eating and we were conversing, and suddenly my hand stretched out. It took his drink. I drank from it and I put it back without a word, without saying anything. And this really took Dan by surprise. Of course, it's bad manners, I know now, but at that moment, I was a kid. And so I did it. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is because many years later, Dan went to Latin America for a gap year. So while I was in Mexico, Dan was in Costa Rica. So I've invited Dan onto our channel today on Modismos de la Brecha to tell you some of his stories of his gap year in Costa Rica and also some modismos that they learned in Costa Rica. So, over to you, Dan.
Hey guys, so my name is Dan. I'm from the Philippines and I'm still here in Costa Rica. Been serving here in Costa Rica for more than a year now, but because of the pandemic and everything, I'm still stuck here. But anyway, I'm here to talk to you about one of my experiences here in Costa Rica or in Latin America in general, and that is culture shock. Now, culture shock is something that someone experiences when he or she moves out of his home, country, whatever, and moves into another place. And one of the thing that shocked me the most, or at least one of the things that struck me the most with the culture here in Costa Rica or in Latin America is how they cook rice. Now, growing up Asian, growing up Filipino, I do know how to cook rice. We eat rice for most parts of the day, for breakfast, dinner, lunch, merienda, snacks, whatever. Everything has to have rice. Almost have everything with rice. So when they told me that, okay, Latinos eat a lot of rice as well, so I was like, okay, cool, fine. And when I got here to Costa Rica, I first lived with some brothers in a household. So there's a group of guys, group of university guys, and we have our chores, our schedules to clean the house, and we also had our schedules to cook. Of course, we had a set menu for the week. And there was this one time I was asked to cook rice. So, growing up Filipino, cooking rice is very easy for me. I could do it in my sleep, probably. But so when I cook rice, I just, I got some rice, washed the rice, measured the water with my hands, put it in the rice cooker, and then press cook. At during dinner, when I was serving the rice, one of the brothers told me that this rice is too wet. This rice doesn't have flavor. And for me, dude, this is the perfect rice. I personally know how to cook rice. This is the perfect rice, well, at least for Filipino standards. So apparently how they cook rice here is they put in oil in the rice, salt, pepper, and they put in onions, bell pepper as well, and they measure their water using measuring cups. That's something unheard of for me during this time. But one of the things that was shocking, well, maybe not for me, more for them, was was how to eat rice. One time I was in a hurry. I had Spanish classes, and we were about to eat lunch, and how I eat rice fast would be to use my hands. So one time I told the brothers, okay, I'm gonna eat first because I gotta run. I'm running late for my classes. Got my rice, did not get any of the cubiertos, the utensils, and just started eating. Like, I started picking, packing, and then pushing the rice with my thumb. And apparently that's unheard of here. And when the brothers saw it, they were like, dude, what the hell are you doing? That is very gross. Do not do that. You are not in the Philippines, you are in Costa Rica. Do not eat rice with your hands. And I was a bit angry, but culture is culture, and it sucks. But I had to be more careful when I would eat rice. I would need to have the permission of the people I was with. But you know, even though I was experiencing these things with one of the things I love most, which is rice, uh, there are things that aren't so different with the Philippines and my life here in Costa Rica, especially uh, being with a group of people who have the same goal of of worshiping the same God, people who have the same relationships that I have, the same way of relating with in the Philippines. It was, it didn't matter if they ate rice or cooked rice another way, or they were disgusted by eating rice with their hands. I was, to be honest, I was feeling at home in Costa Rica. I felt uh, very much that I am part of a bigger group. I'm part of this bigger thing. That doesn't matter if the culture is a bit different, because these are the things that stay the same. Being Christian, being serving with one another with the same goal in mind, which is to evangelize and to please God. So, with that being said, I'm gonna teach you guys now a new modismo, and this is exclusively Costa Rican. So, you got your exclusive content, and it is Pura Vida, or in English, it's pure life. So, people just use it here in Costa Rica, like in any context. Hey, good morning. Buenos días. Pura vida. How are you? Pura vida. Todo bien. All good. Pura vida. Your rice is too wet. Pura life, my friend. And basically, if you don't speak Spanish, you can probably just use it and the people would understand you. And yeah. So that's all for today. Back to you, Neil. Pura vida, my friend.